Hi, I'm Eleni, and I'm excited to share with you today how the dream world can be your teacher. So a number of years ago, I had a series of dreams, and in those dreams, I was taught about time and how time is not linear. And it was an incredible experience, and each dream kind of dropped into a different aspect of time. And I had dreams about how the future is not certain, dreaming about the future and then seeing how it can change course depending on who we are inside, and how we shift inside can shift everything. It's amazing. And I had dreams within dreams within dreams that spanned kind of cross time, and then I would get 3 layers in to the dream, and see somebody that I saw from the first dream, and go up to her and I'd say, do you remember we were in that first dream together? It's like conscious dreaming, right? And she said, yes. And we were laughing about a conversation we had heard in the first dream, and how amazing reality is. And then I followed that thread back, right, through all the dreams, to kind of do a little archaeological dig on what those dreams were to me. And I had dreams of, I had this very powerful dream about starting in present time in the dream in a hotel, and then like the hotel sliding off the side of a cliff, and then coming out from under the rubble and finding myself in the 1800s, on the streets, on the roads of the 1800s, in a marketplace. And it was incredible. It was like seeing what people were wearing, what they were doing, who was around, what they were talking about. They were talking about, politics, and it was fascinating. And I had a dream about going in the past, but not so distant past, but like a month prior to my dream time. And being very conscious of that, and not wanting to interfere with the trajectory of what was going to happen with the group of people that I was like in a course or something, and what was going to happen. So I wanted to extract myself so I wouldn't influence like the outcomes. And I got so many teachings because I had people come and talk to me and ask me why I was leaving and telling me all these different things. It was amazing. And there's so many more. And so, but I'm sharing this with you because, it's like, I've always seen, so I've had this like incredibly rich dream world, which I'm so grateful for. And part of the reason, I think, that I have this rich dream world is because I have been so dedicated to documenting my dreams, from the super mundane dream to dreams that are like, what was that? I have documented every single one of my dreams. And for me, when I look at it now, I look back, I'm like, this is that documentation was a way for me to step into this relationship with my dreams, to say, I am listening, universe, I am listening, dream, as a teacher, dream world, and I am documenting, and I am learning from this. I am growing as a person. I am sharing some of these things. And it has been, and I think that is what has been like, open the doors for me to allow these beautiful teachings to come through in the dream world that maybe other people would access in other ways. But for me, it's really like the dream world is the place where I've been getting these incredible teachings. And through something that feels so simple, but I think that like documentation is a way, it's concrete, and it helps us to really bring the dream world into our physical, tangible world here. And then 2, it is a way of recognizing and acknowledging what has come through to us. And like, it's like actually taking the time to write something down is saying to our higher self, to our guides, to the spirit world, I'm listening. This is important for me, and important enough that I'm taking the time to sit down and write this down. So to me, when I look back on it, I mean, I've always been a big journaler, so it's just been kind of integrated into that aspect. But when I look at it now, I see like, oh, this is really the way that we all can begin to connect and communicate with our dreams, and to receive information and to expand the possibilities that are there for us. So if this is something that's interesting for you, I invite you to begin the documentation. And it can be really simple. It doesn't have to be very detailed, but enough to jog your memory. I mean, I write it I used to. Now I have 2 young kids, so now it's brief. But I used to write really detailed documentation of my dreams. And the other beautiful thing about the documentation is that then you can look back, like, had I not documented those dreams, I mean, had I not been documenting, maybe those dreams wouldn't have come through, or maybe they just wouldn't have stuck. But like, I never would have been able to really see all the different facets of time that I was being shown through the dreams, because it was only when I went back and read through my dream world my dream book, my journal, that I realized what was coming through and how all these were connected. And it was like in this period of time of a few months where, these dreams were like sprinkled in throughout these few months. So connecting to the dream world as a teacher, documentation, acknowledgement of the dream world, acknowledgement of what's coming through, and playing with it, seeing this series of dreams about time or nonlinear time showed me also how flexible everything is, how malleable it is, how we are co-creators in this reality. And the dream world is one way that we can step into it. Of course, there are so many other ways to step into it, but the dream world is one way to do it. I would love to hear if you do start documenting or if you work with your dreams. I'd love to hear any of your experiences. To me, it's super fascinating exploration and a way of expanding my own understanding of reality.